Vale, venga, vamos allá. Un minutito nos queda. ¿Estáis ready to the show, to the flow, to the whip whip? A ver, tiene que salir Dying Slave, tiene que haber misión de Skirk, tiene que haber... Meten ya lo del conjunto, bueno, para poner los artefactos y todo
Yo
eso.
quiero un píxel de Columbina.
Columbina.
Un píxel, así.
Yo es que creo que si sale Skirk, no sé si Columbina,
Oye, lo de volumen me está poniendo nervioso.
pero yo creo que va a aparecer por ahí a dar mandangón.
Un frame, así pasando, sutil, al final. Aunque yo me lo pierda, aunque tenga que estar viendo los del móvil, me da igual.
Cypher, claro que los ponían, pero bueno, ella dice que es otra cosa. Bueno, vale, bien. Veremos a ver. Venga, 20 segundos. Tengo muchas ganas. Esta es la primera versión en la que estoy ya prácticamente al día y que ya prácticamente sé todo lo que se viene.
Yo no.
Ahora ya estamos on point. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
5, 4,
Vamos,
3, 2. Let's go. Hasta muy bajito.
と呼ぶにふさわしいわ。終わりなき苦痛と消えることのない呪い。
¿Está en japonés?
そして
¿De verdad?
救世主の誕生。
Más
El
alto.
nacimiento de una salvadora.
運命の初期はつい
El
に
telar del destino terminó
Las
su
escupillo, joder.
solución.
アビス教
Calma las
団の名
babas.
は知ってたが、これほど大規模で広範囲な動きを見せるのは初めてだ。まるで
¡Ah!
中相手に戦争を仕掛け
La
ようと
guerra
してい
toda
る。
Dahlia.
宇宙船スリープポットまさかお前がテイラットに来た時に乗ってた宇宙船のことか
¡Ay!
この数ヶ月の間で
¡Ay!
42の星が消えた。
Dos estrellas se han
何
apagado.
者かがずうずうしくもこの世界から吸い取っているのだ。
Un parásito que roba
必ず
nutrientes a su huésped.
みんなもそう言ってるわ。
¿Qué es
彼女
eso?
の存在を無視し続けたらいつか本当に彼女の声が聞こえなくなっ
¡Ay,
て
ay,
しまう。
ay, 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 ay!
そこにいるじゃない
お前の魂は欠けていて、傷口にはアビスに侵食された跡がない。
Mate, tu alma está
ア
dañada.
ビスの力の使い方を学ぶつもりもないのなら、私が代わりに調べ
Has
る
aprendido a
し
usar
か
el
ない。
poder del abismo. ¡Ay! Mi novia.
この手に
La aprieta.
レック
Sin piedad.
静かに
Sería antes mi novia que la tuya, que lo sepas.
¿Por qué? Porque eres
はじ
lesbiana.
めまして
Qué asco.
私はダリアセピロス教会の女祭で風神バルバトスの伝道師です
Vaya bajada, El muchacho este, con lo que podría ser.
Sí, parece una niña.
面白くなってきた
Tiene voz de niña.
¿Esto es un niño o es una niña? ¿Qué chucha es esto? Es un fanboy, ¿verdad?
¿Y eso?
私の夜はここで終わる。だがお前の旅は
¿Qué?
まだまだ続く。
お前は私の師匠。極悪
Surtalogi,
スル
el
トロッチ
caballero
を知っているのだろ
protervo.
う。
戦線は総崩れだ。
真っ向の剣ダインスレイブ。
¡Mi novio!
これがお前の
Pues es
望んだ
literalmente tú, ¿cómo es tu novio?
お兄ちゃんはいつも運命を変えようとしてる。でも今回は何としても止めてみせる。
¡Ay,
よ
no!
くや助かる。
Se va a
今
interponer.
回も生き残れたか。
Se cayó algo.
No sé qué es.
運命の食器は動いているのか。
なぜお前が鈍性のクジラの剣能を持っている。
¡Oy, oy, oy, oy! Estoy viendo mucha información.
敬意などと
¡Ay, ay, 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 ay!
貴様の傲慢さと邪悪さに気づいた時にな。
500年前にお兄ちゃんと再会する機会を逃すわけにはいか
¿Qué
な
ha
いから
pasado?
¡En el pasado!
本物の宇宙に
¡Al
帰る。
universo real!
旅の終点で2人の新たな始まりが
Como
待
que
っ
el
てる。
final de tu viaje.
Volveremos a empezar
O sea,
al final de tu viaje.
Código Master Skirk
Creo que este código se filtró el otro día.
0618. Bueno, tú pásalo.
Ahí está. Para quien lo quiera, que se lo meta en el hojaldre.
Qué guapa es.
100 protos.
Qué guapa.
100
Me gusta
potorototos.
me gusta la ilustración. Mira qué taconazos lleva.
Hostia, se ha venido más interesante lo mismo.
Me falta,
se viene-
me falta mi frame.
Se viene más... ¿Y esto es? el spoil, ¿sabes? En plan,
Me falta,
un teaser.
Me falta mi teaser, mi frame necesario para sobrevivir.
¿De Culmina?
Sí.
Igual.
O sea, es que si no, no sobrevivo. O sea,
No, es que no...
enséñame una pluma.
No toca hoy.
Una pluma de la cabeza.
No
y
toca,
yo ya lloro.
no toca, todavía no toca. Lo siento.
Pluma de la cabeza.
Uf, ha estado potente, ha estado potente. La verdad es que me pone nervioso el asunto.
No, nervioso está porque tiene la pierna ahí.
Bah. Pero todavía no sé qué ha pasado con Dahlia porque todavía no lo hemos acabado.
Hello, travelers! Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 5.7 special program. I am Aileen Mythen, the voice of Dahlia, and hosting with me today we have...
Hey everyone, I'm Kat Protano, rhymes with
Kat
Kat
Protano,
the voice of Child's Master, Skirk.
And I'm Katiana Sarkissian, the voice of the Pyro Archon herself, Malwika.
Yeah, well, after seeing that trailer, this version seems absolutely stacked.
We're
getting the next installment of the Twitch quest in this version.
Eran diferentes.
Luego
And let's not forget,
Skirk
is finally here, you guys. I cannot wait to see how all these stories unfold.
La voz que tiene Dain es una locura.
Left quite the impression, didn't it? So mysterious.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that interaction left us all with far more questions than answers.
Yeah, I mean, she did give us a few clues about herself, though. Remember? In the Primordial Sea at the end of the Fontaine Archon.
No pasa nada.
Right. Something about the remains of a descender, a bow,
me dijiste que iba a llorar, entonces prefiero no mirar.
I feel like I still don't know what any of it means, though.
I mean, that's fair. So far, all we know about her past is that she trained under the foul Zroly.
So, Zroly isn't just some ordinary mentor.
Oh, definitely not. Dainsliff revealed that Zroly is one of the 5 sinners of Kyria, and someone who possesses all-encompassing power. Imagine training under someone like that.
Y nos las dirá, porque se la joda todo, parece.
Well, maybe that explains how aloof and indifferent Skirk seems to be. Seriously, though, her demeanor is stone cold in a way that's almost otherworldly or something.
Yeah, it's kind of cold as ice, right? Right? But I mean, you know,
Fría como el hielo.
this time
Lo dejan ahí, en plan, por ese elemento crío.
Right?
Oh, I hope so. Yes, please. I am dying to
Me muero por saber más de su pasado.
Okay, then be sure to check out her story quest where the Traveler and Skirk's paths will
Una misión legendaria.
Travelers will have the chance to uncover new clues about her past and the world of Teyvat as a whole, so don't miss out.
Okay.
So Liyue is where we run into Skirk this
Liyue.
time. Wow. It's kind of weird seeing her out and about like this.
De momento para mí,
such a normal location.
Right?
Wait, hold on a second. Is Skirk playing an instrument?
Una guitarra.
I mean, in my mind,
La
she's
guitarra
like
es
this,
española.
Ice Queen,
Es española. Lleva un rato ahí puesta.
Emotional.
Es verdad.
I mean, there's almost a sadness
Una
there.
guitarra española.
Es española, chat.
Por Dios, anda que no había instrumentos más bonitos para
You
ella.
don't even know.
Una guitarra
It sure
española.
does. As for why she chooses to play it alone in a place like
Ahí es donde
this,
está el tartas.
that's
Sí,
something
tiene sentido.
travelers
Lo
can
de Liyue.
uncover for themselves. What I can reveal is, after encountering a mysterious power in this quest, the traveler starts having strange nightmares, and it seems like Skirk is the only one who can help.
Vale.
Which means the only way to resolve the situation is for the two to work together.
Okay, Slay, so we're teaming up with Skirk, huh? Okay, but like, am I the only one who's a little intimidated?
What? Intimidated by Skirk? She's only a mysterious sword master with insane fighting skills and an unbreakable stone-cold exterior. Seriously though, with their ability to wield various elements and their abyssal purification powers, I think the Traveler can hold their own.
Yeah, it'll be fine. No problem.
Yeah.
Quiero un emote de Skirk así.
Now I'm curious how she got that strong. I mean, okay, she reigned in her master's pet, being all-devouring narwhal like it was nothing. And I feel like we've only seen a fraction of what she can do.
True, and just like the truth about her past, that's a question travelers will need to answer for themselves in-game, so get ready to play. But considering Skirk and the Traveler will need to fight side by side, let's take a closer look at what she can do in combat.
Guapa, diosa, poderosa. Concentra.
La gente se queja del rediseño, pero yo creo que el rediseño es la polla. A ver, está más definida, le han cambiado de traje, es menos... Está como más... Es como más realista. Un poquito. En términos generales, yo creo que han mejorado. Perfecto, ahora que estamos viendo Cobra Kai.
As Child's master and someone capable of training in the abyss, Skirk's combat skills are truly something special. First, it's worth pointing out, Skirk doesn't use a vision. Her powers come from the
proviene del abismo.
In the interest of blending in, she camouflages it to appear cryo-like in nature. And in addition, Skirk's attacks do not rely on elemental energy.
Pero no es crío, eso quiere decir que a lo mejor más adelante sí que meten el
elemento real. Subtlety instead.
Que ya han metido
and when you tap her elemental skill, Skirk gains a certain amount of energy and enters a special combat state, signaled by her change in outfit, which is very cute, might I add. While in this state, Skirk's normal, charged, and plunging attacks deal cryo damage that can't be overridden. This state also increases her resistance to interruption and attack AoE. And when cryo-related reactions are triggered, multiple void rifts will appear on the field. Skirk can use her charged attack or her special elemental burst to absorb the void rifts. And after unleashing a special elemental burst, her normal attack's damage will be increased based on the number of rifts absorbed.
Aw, heck yeah. So it's kind of like the more she fights, the stronger she gets.
Yeah, pretty much. Plus, holding her elemental skill is another option. When there are void rifts on the field, holding her elemental skill will allow Skirk to absorb them and gives her the ability to quickly maneuver around the battlefield. Once she has enough energy, she can unleash her elemental burst to deal consecutive slashes of AoE damage.
I see. So she's a unit you can keep on the field for a long time. Or take out when you need a sudden burst of damage.
Pairing her with Hydro and Cryo characters also further enhances her abilities. And if your team is comprised entirely of Hydro and Cryo characters, your party member's elemental skill level will be increased by 1.
Whoa. So she enhances her party members' skills too. Once a mentor, always a mentor, I guess.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like Tartaglia had a great teacher.
Oh, he sure did.
And I love the look of her camouflaged abyssal powers.
Right.
The special effects are incredible.
Right. And when she enters her special combat state, her outfit changes too. Okay, slay. It looks a lot more suited for battle, don't you think?
Oh yeah. So it seems like travelers can approach combat in 2 ways then. You can use a special combat state to dish out damage with cryo-infused attacks and heighten this damage by absorbing void rifts with their special elemental burst. Or, after other Hydro and Cryo party members have generated void rifts, you can take to the field to quickly absorb them and build up energy to unleash powerful slashes with her normal elemental burst.
Both seem really, really useful. And since Cryo and Hydro characters enhance Skirk's skills, there are tons of team comp possibilities here.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, definitely. Hey, speaking of, what about Dahlia? He's a Hydro character, right? Sounds like he could be a good fit for Skirk.
Oh, I think you're onto something here. We got to know him a bit during the Mondstadt, so refined, but also kind of mischievous at the same time.
Han dicho que por lore camufla sus habilidades de crío. Entonces, es crío.
You got it. You are in for a treat.
Let's go.
Ay, no te os juro que no me interesa esta señora, pero nada.
Que es un fanboy.
Señora, he dicho. Me quedan 15 minutos.
This should be fun. Hey! Thus saith the Animal Archon.
Okay, so Dahlia is a Hydro Sword user and support character who can use his elemental burst to provide a Hydro shield for his teammates.
Oh, it's like the shield appears in response to his prayer.
Yes, and for a certain period of time, after unleashing his elemental burst, Dahlia can gain stacks of benison by hitting enemies with normal attacks or triggering freeze reactions.
Okay.
So when his shield breaks, Dahlia can consume his stacks of venison to summon it again, allowing him to continuously protect his party members and to increase their resistance to interruption.
Heck yeah.
And after unlocking a specific talent, Dahlia can also boost the attack speed of the on-field character, allowing them dish out damage even faster.
Oh, nice. So he can help us attack without interruption and
Creo que es el
increase our
fembo
attack
más fembo
speed.
de todos.
Sounds like a huge help.
And with his elemental skill, Dahlia summons Sacramental Shower and places it in a designated location.
Es que-
His summon has different effects depending on who comes into contact
Como que
with it.
diferentes efectos
So,
depende de
for
quién
example, if
entre
it's an
contacto con
enemy,
ella.
Sacramental Shower will explode,
bueno, que es una mierda,
dealing
vale.
AoE hydro damage
Están
to
hablando de
surrounding
masculino
enemies.
aquí, me cago en la
But
leche.
if a nearby party member comes into contact with it,
que Dahlia es
Sacramental
el
Shower will
favorito del
propel them
arconte
high
Anemo.
into the air, allowing them to evade enemy attacks while gaining an aerial advantage.
Porque son un grupo de trapitos.
Okay.
Let's go.
So he's like really reliable in combat, even though he seems kind of mischievous the rest of the time.
No, really.
Yes, he definitely does. He has his little mischievous thing going on. I still remember all his teasing towards Venti during the Mondstadt interlude.
Oh. But at the same time, he's also supposed to be the one who communicates with the will of Barbados, right? I'm not sure what to make of their dynamic.
Well, I guess first and foremost,
Qué
he's
desgracia.
Venti's
Es que me
friend,
aburre un
right?
montón.
But even though he likes to
Qué
tease,
desgracia que-
serious
Si
about
solo
his
tuviese una
position
elemental
as
buena,
the herald
pero es que el
of
elemental es una
Barbados.
mierda.
Oh,
Tira
one
para
more thing
arriba.
about
¿Para
his
qué?
abilities.
Una vez.
When
Porque-
Dahlia is in your
Una vez.
party,
Una vez.
the movement speed of your party members is increased during the day.
Oh.
Hey, all the better to
Que te da más velocidad de movimiento por el
spread
día.
the word of Barbados. Praise Barbados, right? Is that how that works? Well, anyway, it's obvious he really cares about the people of Mondstadt.
Yeah.
Vale,
Exactly, he definitely does.
Ha durado poquísimo lo que
his
sabe esa
mischievous
persona
nature
normal, no me
keeps
extraña, es una
things a
puta
little bit
mierda.
interesting, don't you
Yamamoto
think?
Kazutomi.
It's one of my favorite things.
Como yo que...
Aww. Well,
Leí lo
now
que
that we've
ya-
introduced
lo que
our
dijeron.
2 new characters for version 5.7, we should probably let travelers know
Personajes de
when
mierda,
they
lo
can
que yo
add them
decía.
to their parties.
Tremendo
Can
random.
do. Let's jump right into the event wishes. In the first half of version 5.7, we'll have event wishes for Skirk and Shenhe.
Dahlia will also enjoy a drop rate
¿Y
boost
qué
for
más?
the first
Será
half
aumentada.
bonus. Plus, the new 5-star sword,
Ay,
Azure Light,
bonita.
will be featured
Muy
on
bonita.
the weapon banner.
Yes.
¿Y qué más?
And in the second half of version 5.7,
No dicen los
we'll
cuatro
have
estrellas,
returning
que
event
hijos de puta.
wishes for Mawika and Emily.
Yippee! Pretty fire!
All right, that's it for the event wishes. Let's talk about the story content travelers can look forward to in the new version.
Ooh,
¡Nueva trama!
This is the big one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's set
Okay.
the scene. During their travels, the traveler comes across evidence that seems to suggest their sibling was in Natland.
Oh, wait up. I see Dainsleif. As we all know, that means things are about to get complicated.
Sí sale
Yeah,
Ron de
very
Mabuica, sí.
true.
Oh, I love Dainsleif. From this
también.
image, it looks like the sky has been slashed in two, and there's some kind of rift that connects to the abyss. And the traveler and their sibling are in different spaces, but they can still sense each other's presence.
Como si.
Yes, I feel like the tension is palpable.
Sí.
Yeah,
Sexualmente
and that
hablando.
makes sense. I mean, there was definitely some tension when we saw our sibling during the bedtime story quest.
Oh, yeah.
Although, we don't know what our sibling has been up to since then. KRAI did tell us that the Loom of Fate has been completed. Of course,
El
we
bueno de
still don't know how
Cariberto, que se
powerful
nos
it
fue.
is, or what's needed to activate it.
Well, call me crazy, but I feel like we're gonna find out soon.
Maybe.
It seems like all parties are converging in one place, Natland. So maybe that's where we can get some answers.
And I know one thing travelers will encounter in Natland. A young woman dressed in peculiar clothing, hiding out in a cave.
Sí, está-
It's not just her
no está como
clothing
bonita
that's
para ser
special,
un
though.
NPC.
Look at her eyes.
De hecho, es como un vestido griego, pero de manga larga.
Wait, is she...
The plot, it thickens.
Yeah.
Well, if the Abyss Order is out in full force in Natland, it must mean there's
Claramente
been
es de
a new
KRAI.
development in our siblings'
¿Qué
grand
hace por ahí?
plan.
Porque está
And
bien.
the Pyro Archon and our other friends from Natland are on high alert. But the people of Natland want a war against the Abyss itself. There's no universe where the Abyss Order gets to run wild in Natlan unchecked.
Well, if an altercation with the Abyss Order is in the cards, I know who's gonna be on the front lines. Twilight Sword himself, of course!
I mean, I can see it now. Days going all one-man army and rushing straight into action.
We actually will get to see it this time, because, Dainsleif is going to help us defeat their ranks in a manner we've never seen before.
Okay. This is not a drill, everyone. We finally get to see him in action.
Let's go! As the Traveler and Dainsleif venture deep into the Abyss Order territory, we'll get to see his special abilities firsthand.
It sounds like there's going to be a lot of obstacles between us and finding out the deal with our sibling. But we've faced the Abyss Order before. We can do this. I have no doubt Travelers will come out on top.
Oh yeah.
I guess, but the other question is, can we stop whatever our sibling is planning? What are their true goals? What does their plan mean for Teyvat? This quest might hold some very important answers.
I am so excited. I feel like this could be the start of a whole new phase in the quest to find our siblings.
De hecho, ya sé cuál va a ser el siguiente.
Seems like it's not as simple as just finding them anymore. There's a lot more at stake.
Oh, for sure. So this is definitely one to look forward to. All right. I think this is a good place to stop and take our first
Primer descanso, y mira la hora que es, que no me da tiempo para hablar entero,
Ooh, sounds good. Take a look at the second redemption code, Travelers.
Código. Your space time. Recuérdame que los canjeé.
¿Cómo alguien pudo adivinar esto? Porque el otro sí que me lo podía creer, ¿vale? Que alguien lo adivinase, pero este...
Se filtró, güey.
No, pero no se filtró. Hubo gente experimentando hasta que lo acertó. Pues este no tiene sentido que lo acierten.
Bueno, si hay cosas relacionadas con el espacio, pues yo qué sé.
Pero, hostia.
Vale, tío.
Vale.
¡Eres muy pesado! Voy a tener que ir. Encima estoy sola, no puedo llegar tarde.
Qué hype. ¿Estás sola? ¡Ah!
All right, welcome back, travelers. Now that we've introduced the new characters and quests, it's time to jump into the version 5.7 events.
Let's go!
Let's go! First up on the docket is an event that takes us back to Sumeru, where the Academia has developed a simulated adventure game. Travelers will need to select various companion pieces to form teams and enhance their skills as they face off against various opponents in a board game style environment.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a choose your own adventure. You can go the rainforest route or the desert route. Each path has its own story and level of difficulty. And at the end of each adventure, travelers will face formidable opponents that require a certain level of strength to defeat.
Oh, so how do we make sure we're ready?
Well, travelers can enhance the strength of their pieces in several ways. Besides enhancing the pieces themselves, travelers might notice that the pieces are divided into species. Go to battle with a lot of pieces of the same species, and you can trigger unique species features. The higher the feature level, the stronger your pieces become.
Yeah. I'm thinking an all-Saurian team could be cool.
Pixel por pixel TFT.
Oh, and it looks like you can also assign equipment to your pieces to make them stronger.
Yeah, that's right. And random events and encounters will occur during the adventure, which travelers can resolve to earn helpful rewards. Like extra adventure coins, which travelers can use in the shop to purchase pieces to improve their lineup. Travelers can also open chests to get all kinds of useful equipment. Plus, defeating formidable opponents along the route will allow you to unlock secret techniques that can help increase the strength of your entire team.
Ooh. Of course, certain encounters can also derail your plans.
Oh, yeah.
So there are also situations where it all comes down to luck.
Yeah, so I think Travelers will have a lot of fun dealing with the unexpected in this event.
It's a real test of tactical thinking. Plus, there's more to this event than just the battle stages.
No se limita al combate.
Travelers can also participate in research stages that involve guiding Paimon to harvest fruit. Complete these stages to increase your speculation level and unlock additional buffs for your team.
So we actually get to put Paimon to work.
Finally.
Yup, and of course, completing this event will reward travelers with all sorts of goodies, including primo gems and the chance to invite Sethos to their parties.
Oh,
nice.
All right, in this next event, an old friend and genius inventor from Fontaine is back and better than ever with a new and improved turret.
Let me guess, he needs us to clear out monsters in an abandoned ruin again?
Yeah, that's right. But this time, travelers will face more formidable enemies than just slimes.
Whoa, that Soma troll can give shields to its allies.
Se complican de una manera
With this
con los eventos.
turret, we can use several new kinds of cannonballs to help clear out our opponents.
Me hace porque pillan
For example,
juegos que ya existen.
grape shots split into smaller bullets when fired
Sí.
are good for taking out multiple enemies at once. And directed piercing shots can be used to take down shields or target enemies hiding in the corner.
Sounds like the type of event where you can really just let loose and relieve some stress.
Oh, definitely. But strategic ammunition choices will help you clear out the battlefield even faster.
So far, we've introduced events you have to tackle solo, but this next event gives travelers the chance to work as a team. In Reminiscent Regiment Frenzy, travelers will get to team up with other players to tackle challenges made up of 3 stages, each with unique objectives.
Ooh, it'll be cool seeing what characters everyone chooses. Could make for some interesting
Well, there's a theme associated with each challenge, so your best bet is to choose a character whose skills are suited to the objective. But of course, every character has their strength. Each stage also has smaller objectives that require teams to work together and combine their skills. Completing these submissions can grant buffs to your own entire team.
Nice.
And in addition, at the beginning of each challenge, your team will be assigned random regiments to complete. Once you make it through the final stage, your team will receive additional frenzy stars based on your regiment completion status.
Yep, and remember, regiments benefit the entire team. It doesn't matter who completes them.
El multijugador por fin?
Not saying I need to do this or anything, but in theory, you could kind of coast to the finish line if you needed to.
You could. Okay. In theory. But I think all travelers have something to contribute.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's about how you work together. That's the joy of co-op.
I feel like co-op is its own kind of motivation too. No one wants to let the team down.
For sure. And this time, teamwork is more important than ever. Because in this iteration of the event, dire difficulty is even more challenging.
La dificultad
That means whether it comes to character selection or combat strategy, coordination is more important than ever.
Good luck, travelers. Should be a fun one. All right, now I'm very excited to announce a new permanent event called Stygian Onslaught. In this event, travelers will be able to farm artifacts more freely and efficiently, as well as obtain artifact customization items for free.
For free?
For free.
A new permanent event. Okay, we need details now.
All right. Each update will feature a challenge that is split into 3 phases, each featuring unique mechanics with 5 difficulty levels to choose from. Participation in the event will reward travelers with primo gems, artifacts, and valuable items for targeted artifact enhancement.
Okay, so you said we'll be able to farm artifacts more freely? What does that mean exactly?
It means the artifact drops aren't set in stone, and you can switch where they come from.
Esto está
For
bien,
the
la
first
verdad,
10 days after the event begins, the leyline disturbance will be in outbreak state. During this period, travelers who clear any stage at level 3 difficulty or higher can expend any kind of resin to obtain artifacts from the leyline blossom at the end of the stage. And before the stage begins, travelers will get to choose which domain of blessing they want the artifact drops to come from.
Right, so travelers can also tackle the stages in co-op, right? So you can still farm with friends.
Yes. And you'll be rewarded with additional artifacts every time you consume a certain amount of resin.
Okay, the amount of hours I'm about to pour into this thing. Lock me in and throw away the key, honestly.
Oh my god, you make it sound like you're in prison.
Oh my god.
Anyway, you also mentioned something about targeted artifact enhancement, Katiana. What's that about?
Yeah, right. So version 5.7 is introducing a new artifact-related item, Dust of Enlightenment.
Ooh. What is it?
Well, we all know what it's like to raise an artifact that has potential, only for it to turn out kind of less than ideal.
Yeah.
So this item is designed to help with that. So, Artifact 101, right? We all know every 4 levels, a random substat gets enhanced as you raise an artifact to level 20. But it doesn't always turn out the way you want.
Yeah.
So this item allows you to re-roll the substat enhancements of a level 20 artifact.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Before each reroll, you get to specify the types of substats you want to prioritize. After the result is revealed, you can choose to either keep the original substat configuration or accept the new one.
Oh my god, it's like being able to resurrect an artifact from the grave. Like, we really need this.
Yeah, really powerful, right? Starting in 5.7, Stygian Onslaught will be able to obtain a total of 3 Dusts of Enlightenment per version for free. And the Gnostic Hymn and Gnostic Chorus rewards feature 1 each.
Plus, during version 5.7, travelers will be able to claim 2 Dusts of Enlightenment directly from their in-game mailbox after logging into Genshin Impact.
Yes!
Okay, let's just pause to take that in for a sec.
Hostia, ese es gordo, cabrón.
So, according to the devs, the rewards for clearing the level 5 difficulty in the new permanent event can only be obtained by completing it solo. But what if that level of difficulty is a bit much for some people?
Yeah, like me.
Yeah, well, don't worry, I'll hard carry you. Well, I will come in and the strongest travelers in Tevat will come in to help us out. Specifically, we're talking about travelers who have cleared an even higher level of difficulty. The characters used to complete those battles become exalted ones. Then, when attempting a level 1 through 5 difficulty challenge, other travelers can receive extra buffs by including exalted ones in their lineup.
Cool. So, travelers can help each other even outside of co-op. I like that, and I need that.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. You mentioned an even higher level of difficulty just now. I thought level 5 was the highest.
Yeah, well, clearing level 5 solo unlocks a secret level of difficulty. Level 6. Dire difficulty.
Oh no.
Once you reach level 6, it's dire straits. There are no companions to turn to for comfort. No promise of primo gems to drive you forward.
What?
Just formidable enemies and an unrelenting desire to prove yourself.
Okay, that definitely sounds dire. So you're telling me travelers really don't get anything in return for accomplishing something like that?
Well, we'll just have to wait and see now, won't we?
What? I can't wait.
O sea, que si va...
All right, that's it for Stygian Onslaught. Just a reminder, the
Si van a
outbreak
dar algo,
period
pero no lo
begins the
dicen.
second Wednesday after a version update, or 8 days into the new version. So don't forget to gather your friends and get farming when the time comes. All right, time to lock in. Travelers might also be excited to hear that the next installment of the Traveler's Tales is coming in version 5.7.
Okay, Slay. Last time was so much fun. We got to reunite with so many old friends and make a lot of new memories.
Yeah. Why don't we take a look at some of the encounters in store for us this time around?
Yes.
Whoa, hang on a sec. So Tom's back in Mondstadt, and he's drinking with Kaya at the Angel's Share.
I never thought about it before, but now that I see it, yeah, I feel like they totally make great drinking buddies.
Looks like he's got quite the posse around him.
Oh, that's so cute. I want to know what they're talking about.
Oh, and it looks like Dory's in
Habría alguna
Inazuma.
más adecuada.
Is she trying to sell something to Sayu?
Oh, of course.
Oh no, someone save Sayu. She's too innocent for Dory's schemes.
Honestly though, a crafty merchant like Dory could show up anywhere and I wouldn't be surprised. I bet we even run into her and not cry at some point.
¿Cómo?
I wonder how many other friends will show up this time.
From what I've heard, it's quite a few. So keep a lookout while exploring the open world, travelers.
Being able to run into characters in the open world is such a nice addition. I wish it was part of every version.
Right? I know. It really makes the open world feel more alive and interactive.
Yeah,
Eso es verdad, pero debería estar de normal.
The devs have said that making Traveler's Tales a permanent event is in the works, so travelers can look forward to that sometime in the future.
Finally, Overflowing Abundance is returning at the end of version 5.7. Travelers can look forward to double the talent and weapon ascension material drops, so don't miss out.
In addition, new Envisaged Echoes challenges will be added in version 5.7.
Oh, for the Raiden Shogun in Shenhe.
Oh, Shenhe's Echo is so cool. I see sigils and pops of red in there. Okay, girl, very fitting.
And the Raiden Shoguns like pets. The purple matches so well.
So pretty. Yep, so if you want to claim them, make sure your characters are ready. Travelers can also look forward to some Genius Invocation TCG updates, including new character and action cards. You can now add Malika and Seatlolly and Chosco to your decks.
Don't miss out, Genius Invocation fans. Alright, that brings us to the system optimizations that travelers can look forward to in the new version.
First up is an improved resource management feature for mobile players. Simply put, it's a tactical update designed to reduce the package size of the mobile version.
Dude, nice. I feel like our phones will thank us.
After the 5.7 update, travelers will receive a pop-up notification after opening Genshin Impact on mobile, asking them to choose from different resource plans.
Okay.
Under the basic plan, the system will retain the necessary resources for daily gameplay and optimize the resource usage for some Archon quests, story quests, and hangout events.
Okay, so that means clearing out some old quest resources to save storage space, right? But what about players whose progress is a bit all over the place? How does that work?
Don't worry, the dev team has accounted for that. The system will provide different guidance and solutions based on account progress and quest status to ensure that travelers still have a smooth gaming experience. And when you need to start an Archon quest, story quest, or hangout event that isn't enabled, the system will download the required resources as needed.
Oh, slay.
Yup. So travelers who haven't updated the mobile version in a long time might be able to free up quite a bit of storage space with this optimization.
I need that.
And it sounds like a great option for cross-platform players who maybe rely on mobile more for the small stuff.
Yeah, of course, if you don't have storage concerns, nothing has to change. You can just choose to keep all game resources instead. And this setting can be changed at any time in the Paimon menu, where you can choose for completed quest resources to be automatically cleared in future version updates. Or
son pequeños cambios que en verdad están guay, ¿no?
This should also make it easier for people to try out Genshin Impact for the first time.
Yup. For further details, be sure to check out the developers' discussion as well as future announcements across Genshin Impact's official accounts.
Okay.
And you will now be able to directly use Fragile Resin to claim rewards from Leyline Blossoms and common challenge domains like Artifact and Talent Material domains. This also applies to the artifact drops in the new permanent event we introduced earlier.
Yes!
Fragile Resin is worth 60 original resin, so that means you get triple the drops. Should save a few trips to the crafting bench, that's for sure.
Also, the Adventurer Handbook will now have guide entries for 40 resin bosses, which should be helpful if you run into a boss you're not quite sure how to crack.
And the icons will be displayed in the order the bosses were unlocked, which should make it more intuitive to navigate.
Eso también está bien.
Let's move on to some optimizations for the Spiral Abyss.
De la espiral.
When moving to the next floor or restarting a challenge, you can now save your current party lineup or clear it with a single click.
Oh, easy.
And you can claim your challenge rewards directly after completing floor 12. If you're not satisfied with your performance, you can also restart the challenge directly from the finalization screen.
Nice. Esto es God, cabrón. Things here and there really add up over time.
Yeah. So hopefully these optimizations make for a better experience overall.
All right. Well, that was another long one, you guys, but it's not over yet.
Aún hay más.
Guest left a message for us, so let's check it out along with the third redemption
Third
code.
redemption code.
旅人の皆さん、こんにちは。鈴木愛理です。今回ゲーム原神の皆さんと一緒にお仕事をすることになりました。とても嬉しいです。ありがとうございます。私はスカークというキャラクターのアニメショートテーマソングのスターオデッセイという楽曲を歌わせていただいたんですが、この楽曲は全編英語で世界各国とか世界にこう届ける歌ということで、全て英語の詩なので、私にとってはこの世界に入って初めての経験でとてもドキドキしたのですが、こう皆さんと一緒に気持ちを共有できたらいいなと思って今からとてもワクワクしています。
No es la voz de Skirk en japonés, pero canta el tema de Skirk.
すごく強いけど孤独と戦いながら今日まで生きてきた、そんな強くてかっこいい女性っていうのを頭に置きながら歌を歌いましたので、その気持ちが届くと嬉しいです。この楽曲はショートフィルムと同時公開されます。皆さんぜひ楽しみにしていてください。あいりでした。
OMG! An animated short for Skirk and a song! Let's go!
Un corto animado.
Yes! Well, you guys, that brings us to the end of our announcements for this version.
Un corto animado.
Oh, it certainly was.
Joder.
So, what are you all looking forward to the most? For me, I have to say, although it's a little biased, I am clearly excited for everybody to meet Dahlia.
Yes.
But you know, I'm also really excited about the new permanent content like Stygian Onslaught. How about you guys?
It's kind of hard to pick just one. I mean, I'm excited for my girl Mawika in RNG, but like, I'm also really excited to see Nabilet, my fave, in the Traveler's Tales.
Yes. Well, I'm really excited for.
Está culerísimo, Dahlia.
I'm really excited for Skirk.
Se pone en medio de Skirk y de Mawika.
I'm also so excited for Dahlia, and like we've been waiting so long for these characters, and also Dane's Lip. I'm so excited, and that animated short. Oh my gosh! And also, of course, the lore girlies. We are eating so well this patch. I'm so excited for that Twins quest.
Yes, I feel like it's clear from the last few patches that the story has really been amping up lately, and this version seems to be no exception.
Yeah, right? I mean, pretty soon we'll be in our 5th year of adventuring, if you can believe it. It feels like it was just yesterday.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So it feels like we're really getting to see how a lot of elements that seemed separate at first are starting to converge.
And after what we saw in the dev team's Not Cry teaser, I'm even more excited to see how the story unfolds from here.
Right? And we hope travelers have fun doing the same.
Okay, so that's it for the Genshin Impact version 5.7 special program. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody.
Ad Astra Abyssos, travelers, and happy adventuring!
Can I get 5 big booms?
Boom, 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 boom!
Están talladísimas,
Wait
la de Mawika y la de Skirk están talladísimas.
Looks like another friend from afar is rushing over to share some interesting news.
¿Cómo? 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 ¿Qué es esto?
Not Cry, an ever-changing landscape of ruin. A marvel corroded by time. In the forest, where the nights were once undisturbed,
Not Cry.
a few rays of moonlight, the wild hunt's shadow grows.
Okay.
There are those who bear the name of Frostmoon,
Animalitos.
living where the silver light shines. Others carry the torch, fending off the darkness and cold with their blades.
Not Cry, cabrón!
I hear that the stolen Fae still yearn for the frosts of old. While the Fatui look to the stars above, trying in vain to seize the false firmament.
¿Qué chucha es eso?
Then there are the nights, draped in the west wind, nearing the end of a long and arduous mission. My friends, of course, shall be outdone. They will no doubt bring magical charm to this edge of the world.
VARKA, DOTTORE, Alice!
And And just as the stone craves the sculptor's hand, so does fate await your gaze.
Hostia puta.
Pour me another cup of tea, if you'd be so kind. The story is about to begin.
Hostia. Hostia, cabrón, ¿y está metida por el rabo? Genshin revivió, cabrones. Espera. Hay que analizar eso. Esto ya acabó, ¿no? O sea, esto ya está. Esto ya es el final, ¿verdad? Esto es el final. ¿Sí? ¿El final?
Over to share some.
Vale, vamos a analizar esto. Ok. Vale, la luna.
An ever-changing landscape of ruin.
Una luna moradita o rosita.
Marvel corroded by time. In the forest, where...
Un bosque donde antaño las noches no se ven alteradas, más que por unos pocos rayos de luz lunar, crece ahora la cacería salvaje.
Where the nights were once undisturbed, save for a few rays of moonlight, the wild hunt's shadow grows. There are those who bear the name.
Llevan el nombre de luna escarchada y viven donde brilla la luz plateada.
Frost moon, living where the silver...
Está guapa. Este frame, esa zona, me la imagino y me la pone dura como un...
Light shines. Others carry the torch, fending off the darkness and cold with their blades. I hear that the stolen face still...
Hadas de las nieves que aún añoran las heladas de antaño. ¿Cómo hadas de las nieves? ¿Cómo que hadas de las nieves? ¿Esto será un personaje? ¿O es un hada de las nieves como concepto? ¿O qué? ¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué chucha es esto? Vale, los Fatui. Vemos ahí aquella pseudo base. El hijo de puta de Dottore. Ya sé, pero estoy viendo a ver si podría ser un personaje o una hada genérica de la que no nos quieren decir nada.
Then there are the nights, draped in the west wind, nearing the end of a...
Ok, VARKA, cabrón. Hostia, pues yo me esperaba a VARKA como un poco más viejo, ¿sabes? O sea, ya habíamos visto como la figura, pero me lo imaginaba un poco... O sea, aquí parece un chaval, ¿sabes? Un Daislave. Yo me imagino más un señor fuerte con barba y bigote, ¿sabes? Que se ve que va a ser fornido, pero va a ser rollo, no sé, Nubilet. ¿Sabes lo que te digo? Daislave. Ese flow. Un viejo en el banner. ¡Ojalá fuese un puto viejo, tío! Un señor bien, ¿sabes? Tiene edad de Diluc y se ve más joven.
Long and arduous mission. My friends, of course.
Mis amigas, por supuesto, no se quedan atrás. Sin duda alguna aportarán un encanto mágico a este conflicto.
They will no doubt bring a magical charm to this edge of the world.
¡Hostia!
And just as the...
Así como la piedra anhela la mano del escultor, el destino espera tu mirada.
Stone craves the sculptor's hand, so does fate await your gaze. Pour me another cup of...
Otra taza. Está hablando Alice. Sí.
Tea, if you'd be so kind.
O sea, entonces el bichito este tendrá que ver con Alice.
Is about to begin.
Hostia, qué duro, cabrón. Ey. No está mal, ¿eh? No está mal. Para darle la puntilla... Para darle la puntilla al livestream, yo creo que está bastante bien. Será un silly especial o algo. Claro, pero puede ser relevante para los poderes de Alice, ¿sabes? No lo sé. O para la historia. ¿Quién sabe? Oye, bastante bien. Me enfado que no está mi frame. Ya te dije yo que combina o pasa algo especial en KRAI o van a tardar en enseñárnosla. Ya la veremos. Tranquila.